The galaxy faced Earth's Hurricane-class warship. Total annihilation followed. The galaxy had always thought of Earth as quiet, small, and unimportant. In the vast expanse of stars, most civilizations ignored it. Ships traveled past its system without thought, and few charts marked its blue planet as a place of interest. Humans lived there, unaware of how little the galaxy had cared for them. Yet on Earth, they had built something no one expected: a Hurricane-class warship, the largest and most powerful of their kind, built to defend their planet if the need ever came. Captain Daniel Harper stood on the bridge of the Stormbreaker. The view from the front window was breathtaking, but there was no time to enjoy it. Thousands of stars stretched before him, but one thing worried him more than the vastness of space: alien fleets. They had come to test Earth, to see what the humans could do. Daniel had heard stories of alien ships, of fleets that could destroy whole worlds. He had read reports of battles far from their solar system where entire populations were wiped out in hours. And yet here he was, leading humanity's answer to a galaxy that did not take them seriously. Commander Lily Grant worked at a nearby console. She had always been sharp, calm, and precise. Her eyes moved across the screens as they lit up with information from sensors, satellites, and deep space probes. "Captain," she said softly, "we are being detected. They are sending patrols toward us. They know we are here." Daniel nodded. He did not panic, though the tension in the bridge was thick. "How many ships?" he asked. "Too many," Lily replied. "Not a number we can fight in open battle without support, but their formations are strange. It seems they are trying to see what we will do." Daniel pressed his hands on the edge of the command console. "Let them look. They will see more than they expect." Lily glanced at him, her eyes narrowing. "You're sure about this? One wrong move and the galaxy will consider us aggressive." "They might not give us a chance to explain." Daniel smiled faintly. "They won't get a chance to explain anything." Outside, the alien patrols moved slowly but deliberately. They were sleek ships, shaped unlike anything human designers had imagined. Their hulls gleamed under the distant light of a nearby star, and their engines moved them almost silently. The humans could hear the faint hum of energy shields, the pulse of weapon systems in the sensors. They were beautiful in a deadly way. Daniel turned to the crew. "All stations, stand by. We are going to show them why they should not underestimate Earth." The Stormbreaker moved forward, slowly at first. Its immense size made other ships look like small insects in comparison. On the bridge, the crew watched the alien patrols tense as if they knew a storm was coming. Daniel's hand hovered over the control panel, and when he pressed the activation key, the main systems of the ship roared to life. Energy flowed through conduits that glowed blue. Weapon systems aligned automatically. Shields shimmered around the hull like water in sunlight. Lily stared at the displays, reading the numbers as the alien ships reacted. "They are scanning us, trying to measure our power. Their sensors are fast, but nothing they have seen before will prepare them for this." A young officer, Jason Lee, who had joined the Stormbreaker just months ago, looked nervous. "Captain, are we really going to attack them? That seems dangerous." "There's no way to know what their weapons can do," Daniel nodded. "I know, Jason, but the galaxy needs to understand one thing. Humans do not start wars, but we finish them if someone threatens us. This is not an attack, it is a warning." The first contact came as a warning shot from the lead patrol ship. A beam of concentrated energy cut through space toward the Stormbreaker. It was fast, precise, and deadly if it had hit. Daniel's voice was calm as he spoke to the weapons officer. "Return the favor." The officer's hands moved quickly over the controls. The Stormbreaker released a single kinetic strike, aimed carefully to avoid unnecessary destruction. The patrol ship exploded in a flash of fire and metal. Alarms went off on the alien ships as debris scattered into space. Lily turned to Daniel, her voice low. "They didn't expect that." Daniel shook his head. "No, they never do." From the observation deck, civilian scientists and engineers watched in awe. "Doctor." Megan Collins, one of the lead scientists on the warship, whispered, "We built this for defense, but seeing it in action is terrifying." Daniel overheard her and smiled slightly. "It's meant to be. Humans must be feared, yes, but respected more. That is the only way we survive." As the Stormbreaker moved deeper into alien space, Daniel received a communication from Admiral Ryan Cole, the military leader coordinating Earth's outer defense. "Captain Harper, proceed with caution. The coalition will respond." Your first strike was strong, but do not underestimate their next move. I understand, Admiral, Daniel replied. We are prepared. We did not build this ship for parlor games. If they attack, we will show them what humanity can do. The alien patrols sent a message in a universal language, surrender or be destroyed. Daniel leaned back in his chair. Surrender? They think we will surrender? He shook his head. We do not surrender, not to anyone, not now, not ever. Lily looked at him with concern. Captain, there are dozens of fleets gathering. They are calling allies. This will not be easy. Daniel's eyes narrowed. Easy has never been our way. The first battle demonstrated the ship's power. Using its advanced sensors and weapons, the Stormbreaker struck fast and precise. Smaller ships that attempted to surround it found themselves torn apart by antimatter torpedoes or crushed by gravitational distortions from the ship's experimental graviton array. Even large ships could not approach without suffering massive losses. In the control room, Megan Collins calculated the speed and trajectory of enemy fire. Captain, if they coordinate properly, they could trap us in the nebula near the star cluster. We would be vulnerable there, Daniel nodded. Then we make sure they never get a chance to coordinate. The ship's engines flared as it jumped forward, weaving between enemy ships with speeds no one thought possible for a ship of its size. Energy beams missed by fractions of meters as the human crew demonstrated incredible precision and coordination. The aliens had never faced such tactics. They relied on numbers and technology, but the humans had something different: strategy, unpredictability, and relentless courage. Hours passed, and the alien fleets began to retreat. Not all of them, but enough to send a clear message. Humans were not weak. Humans were not a species to exploit. Back on the bridge, Daniel watched the retreating ships through the observation window. They will report this, he said quietly. They will tell everyone what happened here, and the galaxy will remember. Lily sighed. I wonder if they will ever see us the same way again, or will they just keep sending more forces? Daniel smiled faintly. Let them send what they will, we are ready. Earth has prepared for this moment for decades, and we will not fail. Outside, the stars stretched into infinity. The Stormbreaker moved silently among them, a single hurricane in a calm sea, ready to remind the galaxy that Earth was no longer a quiet planet at the edge of space. Megan Collins looked at the captain. Do you think they understand why we did this? She asked. Daniel turned to her. I don't think they understand anything yet. Fear is their first lesson. Respect will come later. Maybe not now, maybe not soon, but they will learn. Humanity does not ask for power, but when threatened, we will show the full measure of what we can do. The bridge crew watched in tense silence as the Stormbreaker moved into the heart of alien territory. Every sensor, every weapon, every calculation had been made. The humans on board felt a mix of pride, fear, and determination. They were about to change the galaxy's view of their species forever. Daniel stood at the front, his eyes focused on the distant stars. We are humans, he said softly, almost to himself. And they will know it soon enough. The first encounter had ended. No planets were destroyed, no civilizations wiped out. But the galaxy would never look at Earth the same way again. For the first time, humans had shown their power, not as conquerors but as protectors, as beings capable of standing against entire fleets without fear. And yet, Daniel knew this was only the beginning. The alien forces would regroup, alliances would form, and the galaxy would watch every move. But he also knew one truth. Humans were not just a small, quiet species on the edge of space anymore. They were a force, unstoppable when necessary, prepared for any challenge, and willing to show the universe what Earth was capable of. The Stormbreaker continued its journey through the stars, moving deeper into alien territory. Every planet, every fleet, every observer that witnessed its passage would remember it. And in that memory, humanity would live as a storm no one could ignore. After the first encounter, the galaxy began to buzz with stories of the human warship, the Stormbreaker. Word spread fast across star systems. Ships carried transmissions and messages flew through space faster than anyone could track. Some civilizations were terrified, others were curious. But all wondered the same thing: what were humans capable of? Captain Daniel Harper stood on the bridge as alarms and signals came in from the surrounding systems. He did not feel fear, only focus. The alien patrols had retreated, but Daniel knew this was only temporary. The galaxy would not forget this. It would not forgive easily. Commander Lily Grant sat at her console, analyzing incoming data. "Captain," she said, "multiple fleets are responding. They are calling reinforcements. Entire alliances are forming against us. They are moving faster than any records we have." Daniel's eyes narrowed. "Then we move faster. Prepare all systems for maximum readiness. This is not a war we asked for, but it is one we will win if necessary." Lily looked at him with concern. "Captain, some of these fleets are huge, thousands of ships. They are coordinating attacks across multiple systems. Their combined strength could be overwhelming." Daniel nodded. "I know, but strength alone does not win battles. We have strategy, unpredictability, and human resolve. That is more powerful than numbers." The Stormbreaker moved silently through the void, using advanced stealth systems that made it nearly invisible to the alien sensors. Its engines whispered rather than roared, leaving no trail for fleets to follow. Daniel thought about the first patrol that had fired at them. That attack had been a test. This next phase would show the galaxy how humans could act with speed and precision no other species could match. In the command center, Dr. Megan Collins studied the alien communications. "Captain," she said, "they are terrified. Their messages show confusion and panic. They are not used to an enemy that can strike without warning and with such power, but they are organizing quickly. We must act before they form a plan that can trap us." Daniel leaned forward. "Then we strike before they can strike us. We show them the cost of challenging humanity." Outside, small reconnaissance ships of the alien alliance moved toward the Stormbreaker. They came in small groups, trying to detect weaknesses. Their weapons glowed blue and purple in the dark of space, but their numbers were still too few to matter. Daniel gave the order. "Target the lead ships," he said. "Neutralize them without delay." The human crew acted fast. Energy beams fired from the ship's turrets, cutting through alien hulls. Missile systems launched with deadly accuracy. Each strike was calculated to destroy, not just damage. Within minutes, the reconnaissance ships were gone, floating as lifeless debris in the void. Lily checked the sensors. "Captain, larger fleets are moving in from 3 systems simultaneously. They are learning from the mistakes of their patrols. They are using formations we have studied, but it may not be enough." Daniel pressed his hands against the console. "Prepare the graviton array. We will use it to control the battlefield. Let them come. Let them feel the storm they cannot survive." As the alien fleets approached, the Stormbreaker revealed its true power. The graviton array activated, sending invisible waves of force across space. Ships caught in the field struggled to move, their engines fighting against forces they did not understand. Some were crushed slowly, others spun out of control until they collided with each other. Panic spread among the alien commanders as their fleets broke apart under the invisible storm. In the human observation room, Megan Collins watched the events unfold on the monitors. She had never seen anything like it. "Captain Harper," she whispered to herself, "this is more than a warship, it's a force of nature." Daniel stood at the front of the bridge, his eyes fixed on the distant fleets. "It is what humans can do," he said quietly. "We do not fight like others. We think, we adapt, we strike, and when necessary, we destroy." A young officer named Eric Mills, who had joined the Stormbreaker just weeks ago, turned to Daniel. "Sir, are we going too far? They are just ships, but the damage, it's massive." Daniel looked at him, calm and firm. "Eric, they tested us first. They thought we were weak. They thought Earth was unimportant. They will learn the truth. Humans do not attack without reason, but when attacked, we show what happens to those who try to challenge us." The alien fleets tried to regroup. Their leaders sent messages calling for surrender, but this time the humans ignored them. They had already seen what the humans were capable of. Any hesitation could give the aliens hope. And humans had no intention of giving hope to those who underestimated them. Captain Harper gave the order. "All weapons, maximum firepower, focus on their command ships, leave nothing." The human crew worked with precision. Every weapon system fired in coordination. Turrets rotated to meet incoming threats. Missiles cut through the darkness of space. The main cannon fired a graviton pulse that collapsed several smaller ships simultaneously. Within hours, entire fleets were either destroyed or fleeing. Megan Collins checked the data. "Captain, the casualties on their side are enormous, but our losses are 0. Not a single human ship has been damaged." Daniel nodded. "This is how humans survive, by being prepared, by thinking ahead, and by acting without fear." Meanwhile, in the alien command centers, panic spread. Their leaders could not understand how a single ship from a species they considered weak could destroy so many. Reports flew in from across systems. Entire fleets had been wiped out. Worlds watched in horror as humanity showed the galaxy its power. Back on the Stormbreaker, Daniel gave a final order for the day. Send a broadcast to every system. Let them hear this message. Humans do not seek war, but we will defend ourselves. Challenge us and you will see the cost. Respect us and we may find peace. The message was sent across every known frequency. It reached millions of planets, trillions of beings. The galaxy paused. Every civilization realized that humans were no longer a small, quiet species. They were a storm coming from the edge of known space. Lily Grant watched the response. "Captain, they are listening, and they are terrified." Daniel nodded. "Good, let them be afraid, but also let them know this is not hate. Humans will not conquer without cause. We will not destroy without reason. We fight because we must, and we win because we can." In the days that followed, the Stormbreaker moved carefully through alien space. Every fleet that tried to approach was destroyed before it could reach them. Smaller civilizations sent envoys asking for peace or alliance. Larger ones withdrew to reorganize. The galaxy was learning the lesson of humanity quickly. Eric Mills watched the results from the observation deck. "Captain, do you think they will stop, or will they keep coming?" Daniel looked at the stars and smiled slightly. "They may keep coming. They may try again and again, but each time they will face the same truth. Humans are not to be underestimated, and every time they will remember that the Stormbreaker is only the beginning." Megan Collins turned to Daniel. "What happens when they unite against us? There are so many. Even one Hurricane-class warship can only do so much." Daniel's eyes were steady. "Then we show them the rest. Earth is not defenseless. Humans are not alone. We will prepare. And we will always be ready." The Stormbreaker moved through space like a shadow, unseen until it struck. Its power was not just in its weapons, but in its crew. Every human on board understood the responsibility. They were the guardians of Earth. They were the message to the galaxy that humanity could not be ignored. For the first time, humans were not only defending their planet. They were defending their place in the universe, and the galaxy could not ignore them. Captain Harper stood at the front of the bridge watching the stars. "Let them watch," he said softly. "Let them all watch. Humanity has arrived." As the Stormbreaker continued its journey, fleets that had once dismissed Earth as a quiet planet at the edge of space now feared every transmission, every movement, every possibility of encounter. The galaxy had seen the first demonstration. And the galaxy would never be the same. Even in distant systems, aliens whispered about the humans. "They are not like us," they said. "They are something else, something dangerous, something unstoppable." Daniel knew that fear could be a powerful tool. But he also knew that humans could choose to be more than fear. They could choose to be protectors, allies, and when necessary, warriors who showed the galaxy that no one should challenge them lightly. The Stormbreaker moved forward, deeper into space, ready for whatever came next. And every star, every planet, every fleet that saw it would remember the day humanity revealed itself. The galaxy had begun to take humans seriously. Entire civilizations that had ignored Earth now trembled at the thought of encountering one of its ships. The Stormbreaker had become a symbol, a warning that humans were not weak, that Earth was not defenseless, and that anyone who tried to challenge them would face consequences far beyond their expectations. Captain Daniel Harper stood on the bridge, staring at the streams of alien communications flooding the ship's consoles. Entire fleets were moving toward them from multiple systems. They had learned from their first encounters. They had formed alliances, pooling resources and technology. The coalition that once dismissed humans as primitive now sought to crush them. Commander Lily Grant analyzed the incoming data. "Captain," she said, her voice steady but tense, "the fleets are massive. Hundreds of ships in coordinated attacks. They are coming from 3 star systems. If they reach us together, they could overwhelm any defense we have." Daniel pressed his hands to the console. "Then we make sure they never reach us together. Prepare all weapons and shields. Engage full combat protocols. This is the moment humans have trained for, the moment we have prepared for decades." The human crew moved quickly. Every station on the Stormbreaker was alive with activity. Engineers checked energy cores, recalibrated graviton arrays, and monitored shields. Weapon officers aligned turrets and missile systems, each calculation precise and practiced. The humans knew they were outnumbered, but they also knew something their enemies did not. They were willing to fight smarter, faster, and with complete resolve. The alien fleets approached. Their ships were enormous, built for war and speed. Energy beams glowed like rivers of light across space. Command ships sent messages demanding surrender. The humans ignored them. There would be no surrender. There would only be a demonstration of human power. "Captain," Lily said, "they are forming a blockade. They want to trap us in this sector. Their weapons are synchronized and their shields are strong. If they catch us, it will be very difficult to escape." Daniel's eyes narrowed. "Then we make the impossible possible. Activate the phase drones and deploy the antimatter torpedoes. Use the graviton arrays to break their formations. Let them feel the hurricane of humanity." The first wave of alien ships moved in. They expected resistance, but nothing like this. The Stormbreaker unleashed a wave of antimatter torpedoes, striking multiple ships simultaneously. The explosions were massive, tearing through hulls and shields. Ships spun out of control, colliding with one another in chains of destruction. The alien commanders had never seen anything like it. In the observation room, Dr. Megan Collins whispered to herself, "It's like a storm that no one can stop." Eric Mills, a young officer still new to the Stormbreaker, looked shaken. "Captain, they are coming from the other two systems. If we don't destroy them fast, we could be trapped." Daniel's voice was calm but firm. "Then we strike with everything we have. Focus on the command ships first. Once they fall, the rest will scatter." The human crew worked like a single organism. Turrets rotated with precision. Missile systems fired in perfect timing. The main cannon released graviton pulses that distorted space around the alien fleets, crushing multiple ships at once. The aliens tried to regroup, but the humans were always one step ahead. Hours passed, and the battle continued. Entire fleets were wiped out in waves of destruction. The alien coalition realized too late that they had underestimated humans. Their numbers could not protect them from tactics that were unpredictable, precise, and overwhelming. Lily Grant watched the monitors and said, "Captain, they are sending reinforcements, but their ships are damaged. Many are retreating and some are surrendering. They are learning what humans are capable of." Daniel nodded. "Good, let them learn, but do not underestimate them. They may still try something desperate." Megan Collins studied the alien communications. "Captain, some of the fleets are sending messages pleading for mercy. They want to negotiate. They are terrified." Daniel shook his head. "We do not negotiate with fear. We do not attack without reason, but they must see the consequences of challenging us. Let them know what happens when humans fight to protect their own." The Stormbreaker moved with speed that no alien ship could match. Using phase drives, it slipped between attacks, striking vulnerable points in enemy formations. Turrets fired in coordinated patterns, cutting through ships like a blade. Gravitation arrays crushed some vessels entirely, while others were thrown out of alignment and destroyed in collisions. Within hours, the combined fleets of 3 systems were decimated. Eric Mills could not hide his awe. "Captain, we've destroyed hundreds of ships, hundreds. And they keep coming, but now they're scared." Daniel's expression was calm but firm. "They will remember this day. They will remember that humans are not weak, that Earth will fight, and that anyone who challenges us will face total destruction. Fear is only the beginning of respect." The aliens attempted one final coordinated strike. Their command ships sent energy pulses to disable human systems. Massive fleets fired in unison, hoping to overwhelm the Stormbreaker in one decisive attack. But the humans were ready. Every shield was reinforced. Every weapon was aligned. Every maneuver was calculated. Lily Grant's voice was steady. "Captain, they are trying everything, but their attacks are falling apart. Our drones are disrupting their formations, and our weapons are cutting them down faster than they can act." Daniel pressed his hands to the console. "Good, let them throw everything at us. Every attack is a lesson. Every strike is a failure against human resolve." The Stormbreaker unleashed its full power. Gravitation pulses tore through the heart of the alien fleets, destroying command ships and shattering smaller vessels. Antimatter torpedoes struck with precision, and phased drones moved through enemy formations, striking where they were most vulnerable. The alien alliance that had formed to crush humans was now in chaos. Dr. Megan Collins watched the destruction in disbelief. "Captain, this is total annihilation. There is nothing left of their fleets." Daniel nodded quietly. It is not destruction for the sake of it. It is the truth of what humans can do. The galaxy must understand that Earth will defend itself and we will not fail. The alien commanders sent messages begging for surrender. But it was too late. Their fleets had been destroyed. They could no longer threaten humans or their planet. The Stormbreaker had proven its dominance. In the aftermath, the humans sent a clear message across the galaxy. Challenge Earth, and this is what will happen. But they also offered terms. They would not conquer worlds. They would not destroy civilizations without reason. Humanity's goal was peace, but peace required respect. Captain Harper stood at the front of the bridge, watching the remnants of the alien fleets retreat into the void. "The galaxy will remember today," he said softly. "They will remember the Hurricane-class warship and the humans who command it." Lily Grant turned to him. "Captain, some civilizations are sending envoys. They want to negotiate, form alliances, and learn from us. This power, it could unite the galaxy in ways we never imagined." Daniel nodded. "That is the hope, but we must be ready for anything. Fear and respect are the first steps. Cooperation comes later. Humans will lead, but we will not dominate without reason." The Stormbreaker moved slowly through the remnants of the destroyed fleets. Every piece of debris, every damaged ship, was a reminder to the galaxy of the price of underestimating Earth. Humans had not sought this battle. They had only acted in defense. But their message was clear. Humanity was a force to be reckoned with. Young Eric Mills watched the bridge in awe. "Captain, do you think the galaxy will ever challenge us again?" Daniel's eyes were steady, looking toward the distant stars. "They may try. They may come with more ships, more alliances, more technology. But every time they will learn the same lesson. Humans will not back down. Humans will not be defeated. And the Stormbreaker is only the beginning." Megan Collins smiled faintly. "It is incredible. We have shown the galaxy what humans can do, not as conquerors, but as defenders." "Not as tyrants, but as protectors," Daniel nodded. "That is exactly what they must understand. Power without reason is chaos. Power with reason is humanity. And today, the galaxy has seen humanity at its best." Even as they moved forward, reports continued to arrive. Planets that had once ignored Earth were sending observers, envoys, and scientists. They wanted to study humans, understand humans, and if possible, ally with them. The galaxy had learned that humans were not weak. They had learned that Earth had power beyond imagination. Lily Grant looked at Daniel. "Captain, do you think we have done enough to secure Earth?" Daniel shook his head. "No, we have shown the galaxy our strength, but Earth must always be ready. This is just the beginning. The galaxy will remember this day, but we must prepare for the next challenge. Humans are not finished, not yet, and we never will be." The Stormbreaker continued its journey through space, moving silently past the shattered remnants of alien fleets. Its mission was clear: protect Earth, show humanity's strength, and ensure that no one would ever again underestimate a quiet, small planet at the edge of the galaxy. The galaxy had faced Earth's Hurricane-class warship. Total annihilation had followed. And the humans had survived, victorious, and ready for whatever came next. The galaxy was silent for a time. Whole civilizations stopped their normal routines. Star systems that had been at war paused to process what had happened. The fleets that had once challenged Earth were destroyed. The survivors fled to the far corners of space. The ones who remained sent messages of fear, asking for terms, begging for mercy. On the bridge of the Stormbreaker, Captain Daniel Harper looked out at the stars. "It's done," he said quietly. "The galaxy has learned the lesson. Humanity cannot be ignored." Commander Lily Grant nodded, though her face was still serious. "Captain, they are sending envoys. Some fleets want to negotiate. Others want to form alliances. They are terrified, but they also seem curious. They want to understand us." Daniel smiled faintly. "That is the point. Power without understanding is meaningless. Now they will listen. Now they will learn, but we will not force them. Humanity does not conquer without reason." In the observation room, Dr. Megan Collins watched the incoming transmissions. "Captain, the galaxy is watching us. They are sending questions, requests, and messages of respect. Some civilizations are offering technology, others are offering trade, and some are simply asking for help. They want humans to guide them." Eric Mills, the young officer who had joined just weeks ago, looked amazed. "Captain, they want our help." "After what we did to their fleets," Daniel turned to him. "They are smart enough to know that humans do not act without reason. We defended ourselves. We destroyed fleets that attacked us. Now they see that our strength can protect them too. Humans are not here to destroy without cause, but we are here to defend and to lead if necessary. The Stormbreaker moved slowly through the galaxy, past star systems that had once ignored Earth. Every planet they passed was now aware of humans, and every observer they met carried the same message. Humans were different, powerful, and unyielding. Lily Grant spoke quietly. "Captain, I wonder, will they ever stop fearing us, or respecting us out of fear?" Daniel's eyes were steady. "Some may never stop fearing us, but respect built on understanding is stronger than fear. Our job now is to show them both. We have the power to destroy, but we also have the wisdom to guide. That is what makes humans different." Doctor. Megan Collins joined him at the observation window. "Captain, what about Earth? The planet has changed too. They have seen what we can do. People will look at humans differently, knowing we have the strength to defend ourselves." Daniel nodded. "Yes. But Earth will remain our home. Our power comes from our unity, our willingness to defend what is ours. The galaxy will know that, but we must never forget it ourselves." Reports from the outer systems continued to arrive. Some civilizations pledged to avoid war with humans. Others asked for help in rebuilding after attacks. Entire planets had suffered because they had underestimated Earth, but the humans had not sought to destroy them without reason. Every action had been calculated, precise, and necessary. Eric Mills spoke again, still amazed. "Captain, do you think humanity can handle this? The galaxy is watching us. They will expect guidance, protection, maybe even leadership." Daniel looked at him with calm confidence. "We are ready. Humans have always faced challenges and survived. This is just a larger stage. Our strength, our strategy, and our courage have proven themselves. The galaxy may expect more, but we will rise to the occasion. We always do." As the humans moved through the galaxy, envoys began to arrive on the Stormbreaker. Alien leaders, carefully chosen, came to observe and learn. They wanted to see humans at work, to understand how one ship, one crew, could destroy fleets that once seemed unstoppable. Megan Collins observed the envoys' reactions. "Captain, they are scared, yes. But they are also impressed. They are studying our tactics, our systems, our teamwork. They want to learn from us, not fight us." Daniel nodded. "That is the goal. Strength alone does not bring peace. Respect and understanding do. Let them see what humans can do and let them choose wisely how to respond." In a command meeting, Daniel addressed his officers. "The galaxy will not forget today. Some will continue to fear us. Some will seek to challenge us, but humanity will always be prepared. We fight to defend, not to destroy without cause. We lead with power, but we guide with reason. That is our duty." Lily Grant added, "Captain, some of the envoys are asking for human advisors for training in tactics and defense. They want to learn from us to avoid being destroyed again." Daniel smiled slightly. "Then we teach them. We do not conquer, but we do guide. Humans have survived because we are clever, adaptable, and united. We can show them the same without forcing them. We are a storm when necessary, but we can also be a shield." As days turned into weeks, the Stormbreaker traveled from system to system, carrying messages of both warning and peace. Humans did not attack planets without cause. They did not seek conquest. But the galaxy now understood one unchangeable truth. Humanity was strong, unstoppable when necessary, and unwilling to back down when threatened. Megan Collins watched the stars. "Captain, the galaxy has changed. They will never ignore Earth again." Daniel nodded. "And we will make sure they never do, but this is not the end. We must remain vigilant. Humanity's strength is not just in the Stormbreaker. It is in every human willing to defend what they love. That is what makes us different. That is why we survive. That is why we will always endure." The Stormbreaker moved past a system that had once challenged humans. Now it offered its resources, technology, and knowledge to help them rebuild. Planetary leaders sent messages of thanks. Scientists wanted to study human engineering. Military leaders wanted to understand human tactics. The galaxy was learning that strength without reason is dangerous, but strength combined with wisdom can bring peace. Eric Mills spoke quietly. "Captain, do you think this will last?" "The galaxy will remember us now, but what if they try again?" Daniel looked at him with calm certainty. "They may try, and when they do, we will be ready. Humans are not weak, and Earth is not defenseless. Every fleet we face, every challenge we meet, will be met with the same determination and skill that brought us here. We will not falter, we will not fail, and the galaxy will always know the cost of challenging humanity." The Stormbreaker moved slowly through the endless void, a single ship carrying the power of an entire planet. It was more than a warship. It was a message, a symbol, a reminder. Humanity had survived, and humanity had shown the galaxy that it could no longer be ignored. Lily Grant looked out at the stars. "Captain, do you think they will ever understand us fully, or will they always fear us?" Daniel's eyes were steady. "Some may never understand fully. Fear may always be part of it, but respect and understanding can grow. Humans will show the galaxy that we are not just power, but also reason. That is what will last longer than fear. That is what will make humanity remembered for centuries to come." Megan Collins nodded. "It is incredible. We have survived, defended Earth, and even helped the galaxy at the same time." Daniel turned to her and smiled. "That is what humans do. We survive, we defend, we adapt, we lead when necessary, and we endure. The galaxy has faced Earth's hurricane-class warship. Total annihilation followed. But now the galaxy knows that humanity is more than destruction. Humanity is survival, unity, and strength with purpose." As the Stormbreaker moved onward, the humans aboard felt a sense of accomplishment and responsibility. They had not sought to destroy the galaxy. They had only acted in defense of Earth, and yet their actions had changed the galaxy forever. Ships once considered invincible had been destroyed. Fleets that had thought humans weak had been shattered. And entire civilizations had learned to look at Earth differently. The galaxy had learned a lesson, one it would not forget. Humanity could not be underestimated. Daniel Harper stood at the front of the bridge, watching the stars. "The galaxy will remember today. But humans must remember as well. We have power, yes, but we also have duty. We defend our own and we protect those who cannot protect themselves. That is the truth of humanity." Eric Mills watched him silently. "Captain, do you think the galaxy will ever challenge us again?" Daniel's eyes were steady, unwavering. "Perhaps, but every time they will face the same truth. Humanity is strong, humanity will survive, humanity will endure, and the Stormbreaker is only the beginning." The Stormbreaker continued its journey through the stars. Its mission was clear: protect Earth, ensure humanity's place in the galaxy, and show the universe that humans were not to be underestimated. The galaxy had faced Earth's hurricane-class warship. Total annihilation had followed. But humans had survived, victorious, and now the galaxy had a choice: respect humanity and live in cautious peace, or forget the lesson and face the same storm again. Captain Harper turned to the crew. "This is just the beginning. The galaxy will remember Earth. Let us make sure it remembers us wisely." The crew nodded, understanding their duty. They had proven the strength of humanity, and now they would guide the galaxy, not with fear alone, but with power, wisdom, and reason. The Stormbreaker sailed on through the stars, a living testament to human resilience, strength, and the enduring spirit of a small planet that had become impossible to ignore. The galaxy had changed forever. Humanity had changed forever. And Earth would never again be considered quiet, small, or weak.